Here's what you can do in order to extend battery lifespan on Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. So what we're gonna do is go to the settings, and then in the settings, let's open battery settings. Over here we have several options that we can either simply turn on and leave them on, or that we can use from time to time. The first option is of course power saving option that allows you to reduce the usage of the battery, which can be critical in some situations where you are starting to run low on the battery and you need to keep it for as long as possible. Therefore, you can find the power saving option over here, and in addition to that you can choose what should be done in the power saving mode, what should be enabled or disabled. So for instance, we can limit the CPU speed to 70%, we can disable always on display, and so on and so forth. And in addition to that, instead of simply manually enabling and disabling power saving option, we can tap on these three dots in the top right corner and we can use adaptive power saving. So you can turn it on in order to let the device learn about the pattern that is created when you use the phone. So what I mean by that is, after some time the device will learn the usage pattern and it will start using the power saving option whenever it feels like it is necessary to turn it on. So you don't have to do this by yourself, and the device will know when to use it. Now besides that, we have the battery protection, and I think this is the essential way to extend the battery lifespan. I always recommend using the battery protection in order to keep the battery in a healthy state for as long as possible. And here you can use a simple basic battery protection if you don't want to limit yourself too much. And basic option allows you to stop charging when the battery reaches 100%, and then when it reaches 100% it stops charging, and when it drops down back to 95 it starts charging again. So this allows you to not overcharge the battery. In addition to that, we have the maximum option that allows you to pretty much cap the percentage, and you can charge only up to 80%, 85, 90 or 95. It is actually recommended to use 80% because this is pretty much the optimal way of charging batteries on the smartphones. But if you don't want to limit yourself, you can also choose adaptive. And adaptive battery protection uses both basic and maximum at the same time, depending on a scenario, depending on a situation. So when you are asleep, most likely the device, after some time at least, will learn to use the maximum mode. And this is especially when, of course, you are charging your device through the night. We also use the basic mode when we are using adaptive, and this is, of course, more during the daytime when we tend to not leave the phone connected to a power adapter all the time, or for a couple of hours. So definitely use at least basic battery protection in order to extend the battery lifespan. Furthermore, we have some charging settings, and some people believe that fast charging can also ruin the battery. Some people don't, but if you do believe so, that fast charging should not be used, then of course you can turn it off over here, and the same goes with fast wireless charging. We have the wireless power sharing option, which should not be enabled only when you it should not be enabled pretty much all the time. It should be used only when you need it, so when you are about to charge. We also can set the battery limit, but it doesn't really matter that much. And these are pretty much all essential tools and options that you can go through in order to optimize the battery a little bit and extend the battery lifespan. What I can also suggest you is to check what is being done in power saving option, and you can use those as tips. So for instance, you can turn off always on display and not use it at all in order to extend the battery lifespan. You can use automatic screen brightness, and you can also, well, choose the motion smoothness to set it as standard, but of course this will decrease the screen refresh rate to 60 Hz. So if you're looking for AOD to be disabled, you need to go to lock screen and AOD, and over here you can turn it off. If you're looking for adaptive screen brightness, then you can go to display, and here we have adaptive brightness. We can turn it on so that the screen brightness is always adjusted to the environment. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, leave a like and subscribe to my channel, and see you in my next videos. Bye!